Yo, what's good, y'all? Back again. This time, one of two videos I've been waiting to do for the longest time. I hear so much foolishness. I've been hearing so much foolishness for years with this, and I'm sick and tired of hearing about it. I'll see this title, man. Plot armor does not exist. Pure and simple. Now, I've kept this mild. Let me really express the truth of the matter. Plot armor is one of the stupidest, is one of the dumbest concepts. Fan fiction to the nth degree. Now, I rocks with fan fiction sometimes. Pure fan fiction. Plot armor is not a technical term. You will find it in nowhere in literature. People talk about shit. Let me try not to go too much off on folks with this. I don't know who invented this. I don't know where it came from. I don't know if it started with Reddit. I don't know if it started with YouTube. I don't know if it started Twitter. I don't know. And I don't really care where it started. Kind of do want to know because I want to know who was the idiot that coined this stupid ass term. It's one of the dumbest things. Now, I will sound like I'm rambling. I'll sound like I'm repeating myself. But I'm trying to keep it to a minimum without going off too much. But this is how adamantly I'm against this asinine, ludicrous, completely ridiculous concept that is seeped through everything. You even have big time reviewers saying it's foolishness. Oh, it's plot armor, it's plot armor. Do people even understand what plot is? And I'll do a separate video. It should have been a long time came out on what plot is. All right? The arts plot. Yeah, I'll do that. But in pure and simple, plot is simply the story. Now, I'll explain there's a lot more to it and elements to what plot is and what goes into plot. But plot is simply story. That's it. That's all plot ever was. So to claim plot armor, oh, a character has plot armor, is stupid. So you're claiming that the story itself has armor. The story itself can't protect a character. So our author has the right to kill off just any character. Now, I'll definitely do a video. I may have talked in the past about when to kill off a character or how much, but I'll definitely do another video to kind of consolidate or talk about when you can kill off a character, how difficult it is to kill off a character. Most of you people don't write. Anyone who says plot armor, I know you don't write. Pure and simple. You can't just kill off characters. You can't just, well, convenient. That's not even how life works, bro. All right. Plot armor, right. So, let's just take normal everyday life, right? Do we all die when we should? Really? I've had many near-death experiences. I know others who've had many near-death experiences. I've heard people get struck by lightning. A-okay. I've heard people fall out of planes. Survive. People have had massive crashes. Live. People have walked out of car crashes. They've walked out of burning cars, burning buildings. They've walked out of suffocation. They've walked out of whatever. People have been shot up 50 Cent 9 times. Not dead. People have had fragments blown by grenades and stuff. Not dead. Oh, plot armor. So, at what point is it just feats of durability, for example, right? People talk about bringing up in One Piece, Pell. So he survived that. Like we haven't seen as insane feats of durability in One Piece world. But in other series, we just accept stuff. Right? It's no problem then. But in One Piece, it's a problem. Or in other series, oh, they got out of the situation. It was inconvenient. How about it's a story and that's what happens? Now, here's the thing about plot armor. Yes, there is such a thing as bad writing. Most people don't understand what bad writing is. That involves like execution. Sometimes it's more unbelievable. Sometimes it's, and I'll deal with another video with plot convenience, which is a problematic term in of itself, and people clearly abuse that. But plot armor, man, show me some legitimate example of what this plot armor is. Because, all right, I start hearing it. People say, well, it's the protagonist. All right, that's cool. So what happens when minor characters get, oh, they got plot armor too. So everybody gets plot armor. Oh, but then when it comes to antagonists and other characters getting the same level of favorability, if you want to call that, or chance, if you want to call that as well. No, it's no plot armor now. See, the term is subject to completely volatility, honestly. It's subject to completely just convenience by the interpreter, by the reader, by the viewer of what that person deems should or should not happen. So what you're trying to tell me is that you know more about the story than the author does. Now, yes, we can criticize when something is piss poorly done. That's fine. But don't just come out and just try to scapegoat away, try to cover it up, paint it a brush because you don't like something because you refuse to or are incapable or incompetent enough not to be able to articulate what it is that the problem is in a legitimate fashion. You just say plot armor. Bro, that is just completely childish. It is lazy. It is uneducated. It is complete ignorant to the craft. Completely ignorant. I could use a plethora of examples and a number of professions as to how ridiculous that is. I see this kind of foolishness when it comes with sports. I see this kind of foolishness when it comes to economics. I see this kind of foolishness all across the board. It just appears with fans who most of the people who have little to no knowledge of literature are coming out and just saying this. Just because you happen to know and like a lot of series, just because you happen to have read a lot, doesn't mean you understand the details, doesn't mean you understand the stylistics, doesn't mean you understand and able to properly analyze the matters. And there's no shade being thrown. Like I said, I've heard people who I love as reviewers, as figures in various mediums speak, and they've said this. So again, I can rock with you, but I don't have to agree with everything that you promote or say. It's very simple. It does not exist. Please give me a legitimate reason, if you still hold that it exists, as to why you utilize this faulty, completely fabricated, completely subjective and relative term. All right, y'all. Have a beautiful day, beautiful night. Peace. And if you don't see me for another video, Happy New Year to y'all.